Hello and welcome back to SAD during the most wonderful time of the year. Or at least that's what they tell us. And the holidays are a great time to just hang out with family and appreciate each other during this magical season. But I haven't always felt this way about Christmas. I have always felt this way about Halloween. But Christmas and Halloween have as much to do with each other as Charlie Brown and a full head of hair. You just don't see them together. But then Tim Burton came along and made the classic movie Nightmare Before Christmas, which, if you haven't heard of, it was released in October of 1993 and was done in a beautiful claymation style that was rarely used. And even more rare was that it combined Halloween and Christmas. But before I get talking about this movie way too much from memory, let's watch it and see if it lives up to all the hype. If you're new to the channel, or this is just your first console or cinema episode, what I do is I'm going to watch the movie first and get my impressions as to what to expect from the game that either shares a name, is based on, or related to the movie in some way, or vice versa. And then I'm going to rate them both, telling you which I think is more worth your time. That being said, let's watch Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas starts on Halloween, and Halloween is in full swing, or at least they're singing about it. I would love to see them out and about scaring kids and such, but the movie gets the point across pretty well. The story is about the man in charge of Halloween, Jack Skellington, aka the Pumpkin King. He is loved by everyone in Halloween Town, but there's a problem. Jack doesn't know what it is, but he feels like he's missing out on something. But what? Anyway, Jack wanders off after the Halloween festivities, just wondering what he needs to do to make a change. While wandering around in the woods, Jack stumbles into a ring of trees that has doors the shape of holidays, and the door with the Christmas tree catches Jack's eye, and before he knows it, he's inside Christmas Town. And there are good feelings all around. Jack's not really used to this and takes it all in with enthusiasm. The rest of the movie is all about Jack trying to take over Christmas from Santa Claus. He even has the big man kidnapped. But it's all done in good fun. And they even throw in a villain for good measure. Oogie Boogie. He seems to be somewhat of a rival for Jack, but in all honesty, I would have loved to have heard more about why, and what he's done in the past to make Jack not want to include Oogie in any of his plans to take over Christmas. The music is done by Danny Elfman, and it is a beautiful range of creepy, moody, with like a mixture of fluffy and enchanting. I have no clue how he does it, and it's really hard to describe how all of these songs give the feeling of Christmas and Halloween. The man must be a wizard. That's the only explanation that makes sense. To this day, I still love watching Nightmare Before Christmas because the score is spot on, the look is beautiful, and basically created its own genre of art that many people have tried to copy, but more than not seem to fail. Another thing I like about this movie is if someone were to ask me if this is more of a Christmas or a Halloween movie, I can make a pretty good argument for both. In favor of it being a Halloween movie, the style just bleeds Halloween and looks like the kind of place I would love to explore while dressed up and enjoying the crisp October night air. Plus, all the monsters that make an appearance in this movie is just fun. From vampires to the swamp things, Nightmare Before Christmas has it all. On the other hand though, Christmas plays a huge part of this movie as well. Even though we only spend so much time in Christmas Town during the movie, the look of Christmas starts to slowly take over the rest of this movie. And, of course, when Jack tries to break down Christmas scientifically, he realizes that Christmas isn't all about this crap that we put around us, like gifts and wreaths. It's the feeling and believing in Christmas that makes it a special holiday. That's so corny, I know, but it's Christmas. That's the whole point. So, all in all, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a fantastic movie that you can watch either on Halloween or Christmas, and you get either holiday's fun out of it. So, wow, that's a lot to live up to. And I found a PS2 copy of Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. And now that we've got that holiday high from the movie, Oh, that's a lot to live up to. Oh, let's hope the game is half as good. Holidays. Oh, man. Oogie's Revenge was released in October of 2005 and was released for the PS2 and the Xbox. There was apparently a GameCube version planned, but it never came out. But crap happens, right? That's not a sign of things to come. Right? Okay, let's start.
Now you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun.
New discoveries.
The look is great. There must have been a ton of people working on this to make it look just like the movie.
Amazing.
Jack's leaving town. Now we can bring back Oogie.
Oh man, this voice acting isn't great. Maybe it'll pick up once, they get a bit farther in and they get used to it. Story-wise, it's a little confusing. Not too sure where Jack went, or why, but that doesn't matter, because we're fighting right out of the gate. Alright, looks like we have a light attack, a grab attack. They both handle, well, not fantastic, but that's okay, it's gotta get better. Capcom is a solid company, and it's based on Nightmare Before Christmas. What could possibly... Well, I've made it halfway through Oogie's Revenge, and guess what? I fucking hate it! Oh, why's that, Sad? What's wrong? Oh, well, let's start with the music. I love the music from the movie, but that doesn't mean it's okay to constantly loop one freaking song anytime you run into an enemy. Literally every freaking time. It's just annoying. It never changes as you travel to different parts of Halloween Town. Why? Why is that? There are so many good songs to use. At least put that shit on shuffle or something. Oh, and the story still makes no damn sense. I've been running around for 6 hours, and I still feel like I haven't driven the story forward, like, at all. Not even a tiny bit. And what makes that worse is the gameplay of Oogie's Revenge. Every time I try to do literally anything, I do mean literally anything, this game is freaking trying to stop me from the worst camera angles ever to not letting me walk in a straight line or even just randomly throwing enemies at me even though I've killed them in this area before. The controls are even worse. They are mushier than a half-melted bowl of Jell-O. It feels like every time I try anything, Jack will do whichever attack he wants. And there is no use trying to use the spin move that quote-unquote blocks attacks, because making it work takes a freaking miracle. And when it does work, it normally stops Jack from hitting you. Don't worry though, it gets way worse! What's that? What's that, you ask? How? How's it get worse? Oh, I'll tell you. Well, Oogie's Revenge is mind-numbingly boring. All week, while I was trying to record this footage, my body would literally stop me and make me play something else. I think I played as much Oogie's Revenge as I did Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Samus Returns, because I just did not want to keep playing this damn game. There was a ray of hope, though. It came in just a couple of boss fights that I made it to. During a fight, Jack can collect notes, and once you fill up the meter on the left of the screen, Jack counts down to 1, and then this turns into a sort of weird rhythm game. I thought it looked like fun, so I figured I'd try it in real life.
I found somebody to fight. Okay, here are the rules. I'm gonna start dancing. I'm gonna be like, this is Halloween.
But that turned out to be a bunch of bullshit. Because once you do it, it just becomes boring and old. Oh, and the speed is cranked up to ludicrous speed.
They've gone to plaid.
Taking out all of the fun that could have been had there. Something else that really sucks about Oogie's Revenge is how you progress. It's just boring. Jack can collect souls from beating bad guys, but you only get around 3 souls per kill. And guess what the souls are used for? Buying upgrades, of course. And yes, the first upgrade is always easy to get, but after just one purchase, the important upgrade prices is hiked through the roof, meaning I would have to play even more of this heap to make it slightly less garbage, and I just don't want to do that at all. The icing on the cake, though, there's no Christmas anywhere. I know I've only made it 13 out of the 24 levels so far, but I'm told there's Christmas near the end, but no living person should have to play that far to get Christmas in Nightmare Before Christmas. It should be equal parts Christmas to Halloween. So guess what? I'm not playing this anymore. That officially makes Oogie's Revenge the first member of the It's So I Don't Deserve This club. In short, the Nightmare Before Christmas movie is a classic. It's the perfect blend of Halloween and Christmas. I'm still not able to put my finger on how, but this movie makes me feel a special kind of creepy that Halloween brings, and just makes me want to go out in the middle of the night and break into a haunted building just to see what I can find. It also injects enough Christmas that I want there to be some snow on the ground and Christmas lights in the windows while I explore that building. But I do wish they would have fleshed out Oogie Boogie more, so I could try to relate to him instead of just being a, oh, him back, yeah, I don't like him. So, the 1993 classic Nightmare Before Christmas, the movie, earns a 9 out of 10. As for the game, Oogie's Revenge, I'm not quite sure you understand how much I f***ing hate this game. So, as a special treat, I'm not going to pretend to destroy this game. No. This is happening for real. That way, when anybody I know comes into my game room and has to look at my shelves, they won't see, oh, a Nightmare Before Christmas game, that must be fun. And then having to leave my house knowing that this pure, putrid of a diarrhea diaper fire covered in the discarded dreams of children everywhere actually exists. Nope, no fake guns, no weird fake explosions. I'm whipping out the big stick, and me and my friend here are gonna destroy this piece of garbage. This is gonna happen, man. It's happening for real. Oh, and if you're wondering, the game earns a 1 out of 10. Because everything about it freaking sucks, but somebody worked very hard to make this game look really good. Props up to them. Too bad the rest of this game is pure.
Alright, got my companion, the big stick, and this piece of and just to prove to you that I'm breaking it, there it is. Instruction manual. That's the real disc and all. This game's going down! Trash. Oh, yeah! See that? Made it bleed! That's tasty! Yeah, this is that. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, Merry Christmas, mother...